gonna need a bigger boat.
The small but popular holiday resort of Amity Island is now known as Shark Alley. It's become a death trap for those who dare to enter its warm blue waters. Lieutenant Columbo is the cop who's on vacation. But as soon on a homicide trail, the first ever murder Amity has ever known. Murder was to shock Amity, considering they live with death on a constant basis. The death toll stands at 18 in 2 years. All the killings are shark related. He soon realises nothing's changed. The more he becomes involved, the more he concludes the sharks are still a major concern in the investigation. Amity Island became known as the shark attack capital of the world. The crisis began 2 years ago when a huge great white terrorised the island. Since then, 18 fatalities have occurred on the shores off the popular holiday resort. Chrissy Watkins, taking a midnight swim, was to become the 19th victim. She had left a beach party to go swimming alone. She never thought she would be in any danger at this late hour. Little did she know, sharks hunt first thing in the morning and last thing at night. And a lone swimmer was an obvious target. The 21-year-old blonde beauty never even knew what happened. Her terrifying screams were unheard as she was finally pulled under. Her remains were to be washed ashore at first light. You better sober up, Martin. Remember, Matt will be here in a few hours. Let it go, Ellen. It's a bit late to be worried about my health now. Damn your health, Martin. I knew I shouldn't have asked my brother here today. Oh no, Ellen, you can't do that. Gotta give him the good news. I'll just be glad to see the back of this island. Shark Alley, they call it now. Shark Alley has nothing to do with you leaving. I wasn't thinking of me, I was thinking about you. Ever since you, Matt and Quint killed that great white nearly 2 years ago, Mayor Vaughan and the committee expect you to continue killing sharks. Well, that ain't your job. You're the chief of police, not a goddamn fisherman. 18 people in 2 years, Martin. They don't call it Shark Alley for nothing. 19. A girl was killed last night in a moonlit swim. Found her remains this morning, and it is my job to protect the public. Why? You don't need it. You got nearly $1 million in stocks lying in a New York bank. You haven't even touched it since your uncle passed away. You don't need this island anymore. Use the stocks, Martin, and get yourself a life. Like you're gonna do when you get half after our divorce. I'm not getting into this with you, Martin. I'd rather give it to charity rather than see you start a new life with another man. At least Hoagie's been there for me. Where have you been in the last 2 years? Doing my job, Ellen. It's what they pay me for, remember? Damn you and damn your job. You're obsessed with killing sharks. Didn't Quint's death teach you anything? Yeah, it did. It taught me never to get into situations that I had no control over. Like this fucking marriage. The minute my back's turned, you're all fucking around. That's because I never had a husband for 2 years. He thought sharks more important. And when you're not out killing sharks, you turn into a goddamn drunk. And that's another thing. I've never been comfortable with all that cyanide in the house. When you're drunk, you play with that stuff like you get some sort of buzz out of it. You're playing Russian roulette with that cyanide, and with those damn sharks too. That's why our marriage is over, because you're going to end up like Quint, dead. If the drink or the cyanide doesn't get you, the sharks will, sooner or later. Quint was obsessed too. All he cared about was hunting sharks. Matt told me everything. Quint taking the orca out further than he needed, burning out the engines, and smashing their only lifeline, the radio, with a baseball bat. Well, his obsession got him killed. Along with you and that brother of mine's, he damn well near got you two killed alongside of him. But still, it hasn't taught you a damn thing, Martin, has it? Don't even go there. It taught me not to turn my back on people like you. So don't blame Quint for this fucking excuse of a marriage. You're the one that's fucking destroyed it, nobody else. Well, I don't see it that way, and now what I'm leaving behind worries me. At least get rid of that cyanide, Martin, for your own sake. The cyanide stays. This island needs it more than they know. It's better than going out with a boat with a goddamn rod and reel. I'd rather have the cyanide bullets. It kills them instantly. It's dangerous, Martin. You can't recover from an accident with that stuff. Anyway, what do you care? You got a plane to catch tonight, remember? I haven't even finished packing yet. I've got tons still to do. Ellen, at least try and be sorrowful about our demise. Why should I? We've been over for a long time now. You mean since you started screwing Hoagie? That's it. I'm out of here. I'll be back for Matt getting here. Yeah, you do that. And give Hoagie my regards. Son of a bitch. I'll be a cold day in hell before she cleans me out. I'll be damned if she leaves me for another man. She ain't going nowhere. I'll be over my dead fucking body. She don't know it yet, but she just fucked around with the wrong guy. I'm really surprised he's just letting me walk it away. There's nothing he can do about it. It's my life. What about Mark? You told him yet you're leaving tonight? I'm expecting him in about an hour. I'll tell him then. You know, Ellen, Amity could be a real good place to live if it weren't for Brodie and the sharks. There's better islands out there, Hoagie, better than Amity. You're quite right, Ellen. It's out there, just waiting on us. Yes, it is. Somewhere in the Caribbean. The Caribbean? Now, why didn't I think of that? Because I'm going to be the smart one in this relationship. You'll get no arguments from me. I do love you, Ellen. I love you too, Hoagie. I don't ever want to feel neglected again. That was a big mistake on his part, neglecting such a beautiful woman. Thank you. This is the happiest I've felt in years. It feels so right. It feels bloody great. You made me a new man inside. And this is the happiest I've felt in years too. I want to marry you someday. Well now, there's a thing. I always said I'd never get married. But after meeting you and this fantastic spell you've cast upon me, how can I resist those lovely charms? So, is that a yes then? What do you think? I'd love to have you for a wife. And I you for a husband. You won't be regretting this, Ellen. I can promise you that. I know I won't, Hoagie. So what time do I get you at the airstrip tonight? 11 o'clock sharp. I've chartered a small plane to take us to the mainland, where I've got 2 tickets for Miami. Just relax and just chill. Sounds fantastic. I can't wait to get there. That makes 2 of us. It's the beginning of a new life together. I still got a lot of packing to do. I will need to book Devlin's taxi. He's the only taxi in the island, and I get about 5 suitcases to bring. You want me to come and get you? I can borrow Liam's truck. No, Hoagie, it wouldn't be wise. So what does Liam think of all this? He's happy for me, for both of us. It's his villa we'll be staying at in Miami for a while. I best be going now, Hoagie. You got to pack and prepare lunch for Mark arriving. For Mark coming. Maybe someday someone will cook me a homemade dinner. Poor Hoagie, any kind of suits you. But after tonight, my baby will never go hungry. Oh well, I guess a hot dog and a burger stand will need to do. Shut up, you big baby. Give me a kiss. I need one before I go. See you tonight at the airstrip at 11 o'clock, sweetheart. I'll be there, Hoagie. If I'm not, then I'm dead. So what's the big occasion? We celebrating something tonight? Why don't you tell your brother, Ellen? Tell me what, all of a sudden I sense a chance, a change of mood in this table. I'm leaving, Matt. I'm heading for Miami tonight. Will you leave that wine alone, Martin? So when you're coming back, sis? I'm not, Matt. I'm leaving for good. This is a joke. Right, Martin, right? Sorry, Matt. No joke. She's leaving me. What the fuck's going on, El? It just never worked out, Matt. It's been over for a long time now. Now, why don't you tell him why it's over? Well, Ellen, I mean, what's going on? I wanted more than this, and I've found someone else. Oh, okay, this ain't funny anymore. Good one, Ellen, you got me. It's not a joke, Matt. I catch my flight tonight. I can't believe my fucking ears. What the fuck's going on? You heard that. She's leaving me for another man. Why, for God's sake? I thought you two were happy. I haven't been happy here in a long time, Matt. You heard her. The bitch ain't happy here. That ain't gonna help none, Martin. It sure won't, but this bottle of wine will help some. Yeah, and I don't fucking blame you. So, what's Mum and Dad gonna say when they hear this? I don't know, Mum. I ain't thought that far ahead yet. I ain't gonna mince words, Ellen, but right now, you fucking disgust me. Come on, Matt, she's still your sweet, innocent baby sister. Now you know how innocent she is. That's enough, Martin. You're drunk. Yeah, I'm gonna get drunker. It's not every day a man's wife walks out on him. You'll never guess, Matt, who the man is she's leaving me for. Ben Hogan. Better known to you and I as Fast Hoagie. Hoagie? The guy's a fucking washout, a waste of fucking space. It's my life, Matt, and you've no right to speak of him like that. You don't know him. And I don't want to know him either. You know what? I'm out of here. I just hope you realise the fuck you're doing. Please, Matt. Please don't go just yet. He's gone. I hope you're happy now. He'll get over it. Both of you will. I need to finish packing now. The sooner the better, because I don't want you here no more. Just pack your bags and fucking go. See if I fucking care. I'm truly sorry, man. I really am. Only now do you realise it's actually happening. Well, I've lived with that feeling of fear and despair for over a year now. It hurt me back then for months, just like it's hurting you now. Is that supposed to make me feel better? No, Martin, it's not. But I know how you feel. You have no idea, none at all. Right now, there's no fear in me whatsoever. Now go and pack before I say something you'll really regret. It was 8:30 that same evening as the light began to fade over Amity Island. Brodie sat preparing a lethal cocktail of cyanide, which he was to pour into Ellen's orange juice. She wasn't going to leave the island alive. His plan backfired as she never even went near the fridge. He then panicked as she was about to leave the door with all her luggage. In a blind rage, he shot her using all 6 of his cyanide-loaded bullets. She was put into a bedroll and carried out to the police jeep. Her lifeless body was put onto the police lodge along with the luggage. There was no turning back now. He was regretting it already and couldn't believe what he'd done. He knew he had to get rid of the evidence overboard. He was to tie everything to a heavy weight and watch it sink into the depths. She was now gone. There was no evidence that Ellen Brodie ever existed. It was time to head home and clean up any mess at the house. On reflection, he knew if it weren't for the amount of wine he consumed, and that split second of rage and dread, he wouldn't have went through with it. And most likely never allowed her to drink the orange juice either. Yet again, the Devil's Brew converted an everyday, normal man into a psychotic killer using his own sense of fear and terror against him. But all his sorrowful thoughts and regrets was not going to bring her back. His watch read 10:20. It was now dark, time to head back in. When Ellen never showed up at the airstrip, he just knew something was terribly wrong. He called the police on the mainland. Hoagie began to worry. He began to fear the worst. He searched the island from top to bottom. He knew Ellen was gone. His anguish and sense of horror was to intrigue a Los Angeles cop, Lieutenant Columbo, who was on vacation with his wife on the mainland coast. Local police were to give him jurisdiction on the Amity Island, and it was to be instantaneous before the trail went cold. And that was the last time you saw her at the beach bar around 5 o'clock, sir? She never left this island, Lieutenant, and she ain't bloody on it either. You mind explaining that, sir? She either is or she isn't. When she never showed up at the airstrip, I searched everywhere. And this morning, I've been all over this island. She's gone. Well, sir, no boats left the harbour last night. I already checked. And like you said, the small aircraft is still at the airstrip. Bloody right it is. Something is really wrong here, Lieutenant. I do understand your concerns, Mr. Hogan, so she must still be on the island. Well, she's not. It's a big ocean out there, Lieutenant. Yes, sir, it is. I just wanted to make sure you understood the concepts of her disappearance. Oh, I understand, Columbo. She's out there in that ocean somewhere. Well, sir, that's one possibility, in which case we may never find her. No body, sir, no crime, so we need to find Mrs. Brodie. Then why waste your time, Lieutenant, because you won't find her. Looks like he'll get away with it, the perfect murder. No, sir, there's no such things in my book. You see, sir, it's always the little things that finally does them in. Let's hope so, Lieutenant. You know the last thing she said to me? If she never made it to the airstrip, then she's dead. How fucking ironic. She said that? Did she believe her life to be in danger, sir? No, Lieutenant, it was meant as a bloody joke. Well, it doesn't appear to be that way now, does it, sir? No, it bloody well doesn't. So, Chief Brodie knew about you two for some time now. Can you think of any other reason why he would want to kill her? Money. After a divorce, she'd been entitled to $500,000. Really? Is Mr. Brodie that rich, sir? He was left it by a rich uncle who passed away last year. And he still works as a police officer with all that cash. He doesn't care about the cash, or so I heard. This island is his entire world. Well, I'd say $500,000 is a strong objective for any murder, sir. Just get him, Columbo, for Ellen's sake. Oh, if he's guilty, sir, I'll get him. But we still need to find Mrs. Brodie. Like I said, Lieutenant, it's a big ocean out there. Yes, sir, it is. But even the ocean has a funny way of revealing her secrets. You're a philosopher, Lieutenant. Well, I got a plane to catch in about an hour before someone else tries to knock my teeth in for blaming me for her disappearance. That's right, Lieutenant. Her irate brother Matt Hooper paid me a visit this morning. Can't blame him. He went nuts when he couldn't find her and she went with me. I think he too sensed something was wrong. He was pretty upset. I'm still his number one suspect if anything has happened to her. Why would he think that, sir? I mean, it was you she was running away with. He thought I might have changed my mind and couldn't get rid of her. He even barged his way into my home and searched for her. Well, that tells me, sir, the brother didn't approve of you and Mrs. Brodie. And if she is dead, sir, then he didn't know or why come looking for her. That's another thing. Why did he come looking for her? He said they had a fight at dinner last night and he felt guilty about it. I guess that explains his volatile mood then, sir. Well, I must be off now, Lieutenant. I'm heading back home to England. I'll listen to the news on any progress on Ellen. So long, Columbo. Have a good flight, sir. I head home myself tomorrow night. It doesn't really give me a lot of time in Amity, but I'll do my best, sir. Good luck, Lieutenant. I think you're going to need it. So do I, sir. So do I. It was around noon as Brodie kept a visual on the South Beach. It was already packed with holidaymakers. Still, Shark Alley never seemed to keep tourists away. Then the inevitable. A small boy in an inflatable raft is eaten alive. Brodie can't believe it's happening again. The whole beach is panicked. Some hurt in the stampede. He races to the water's edge and takes aim at the deadly predator. He makes a direct hit. The 10-feet great white is killed instantly with the cyanide bullets. Another senseless victim. He then thought about Ellen as the mayor approached. Ellen was right, Mayor Vaughan. This isn't my job no more. I know how you must feel, Martin, with Ellen disappearing like that. But this is your job. It's a good job, Martin. This is the ugly part. That boy makes 20 in 2 years. Where does it end, Mr. Mayor? The shark's dead, isn't it? It won't be killing no more. Yeah, try telling that to that boy's parents. After that Gil got killed the other night, I put out a $5,000 bounty on every shark killed in these waters. That ought to get some results, Martin. Makes no difference to me. I'm through, Mayor. I'm giving you my month's notice. Why don't you go home, Martin? Take a few days off, think it through. No, the people on this island need me. I'll stay till you get a replacement. You got a month to find one, because then I'm heading back to New York. It'll be a sad day to see you go, Martin. There's nothing left for me in Amity no more. Nothing keep me here. You always did want my beach house overlooking the bay. When I leave, it's yours, Larry. Ellen won't be back for it either. I'd rather you stayed. Like you said, these people need you, man. I've made up my mind, Larry. You got 4 weeks. Okay, Martin, I can't say I'm happy about it though. You've been a good friend there. That's why the house is yours. Cheer up, for Christ's sake. It's the most sought after house in the island. Yeah, I know that, Martin. I just wish things could be different. They are different. That's why I have to go. Let's just leave it at that for now. I have to be in town in 15 minutes for a meeting. Don't worry, I'll still be around for a while yet. Excuse me, ma'am. You mind if I come over there and have a word? I'm new to the island, ma'am. What's that yoga thing you're doing there? It's called meditation. It helps you unwind. And you are? Oh, sorry, ma'am. Lieutenant Columbo, from the Los Angeles Police Department. Tell me, does this meditation stuff really help you unwind? Only if you're dedicated, so you're a policeman. Yes, ma'am, I am. You mind if I join you, miss? The name's Rebecca, Lieutenant. You know, my wife who's back in the mainland says I don't relax enough. This meditation thing might even ease the stress of being a cop. I doubt that, Lieutenant. Cops work with stress every day, do they not? Yes, ma'am, that's quite true. I'm supposed to be on vacation, ma'am. My wife's idea to visit the coast and relax, to help unwind all this tension. I think this meditation thing just might be what the doctor ordered. So you're supposed to be on vacation? Yes, ma'am, but instead I find myself looking for a missing person. On Amity Island, Lieutenant, there's not many places to go missing around here. Yep, that's what I thought, ma'am. How can someone disappear on an island? The only way on this island is the sharks get you. No, ma'am, I don't think it was the sharks on this occasion. So who is it that's missing? A Mrs. Ellen Brodie. She vanished sometime last night. I don't think I know any Ellen Brodie. You don't know how lucky you are to live on a beautiful island like this. Because it sure beats the hectic life of living in a city, man. I've lived here all my life, Lieutenant. Us islanders just take it for granted. Yeah, and I'd like to be a cop on some island just like Chief Brodie. When Chief Martin Brodie's not killing sharks, Lieutenant. He's the island drunk. Does that sort of life appeal to you, Lieutenant? No, ma'am. It certainly does not. My wife would divorce me in a flash. You know something? Something odd just struck me about Chief Brodie, that is. I mean, if you know him, then it's obvious that you must know his wife, Ellen Brodie. Because a minute ago, ma'am, you said, I don't think I know any Ellen Brodie. You're disturbing my concentration, Lieutenant. Do you think Chief Brodie would do any harm to Mrs. Brodie? Oh my God, you think he killed her? That's why she's missing? No, ma'am, I never said that, but she is missing. I wouldn't know anything about that, Lieutenant. That's why I said I didn't know her. Their affairs are none of my business. I understand, ma'am. I got to find Mrs. Brodie and I ain't got much time to do it. You said she went missing last night. It's rather short notice for a missing person. Yes, ma'am, it is, but this is a very delicate missing report. You still think he killed her? In my better line of work, ma'am, I've got to take everything into consideration. This may mean nothing, Lieutenant, but a friend of mine saw Chief Brodie last night, here at the harbour. She thought it was strange as he was carrying a heavy anvil. Now, why would he be carrying something like that? I don't know, but she said he struggled with it to get it onto the boat. Onto the boat, Rebecca? What boat? The police boat at the other side of the harbour. The police boat? Now that never occurred to me. A police boat. Do you know if he took the boat out, Rebecca? Yeah, he did. He always takes the boat out late in the evening. That's when most sharks hunt, Lieutenant. That's when he kills them. With his magic bullets. You mean he just goes out and shoots them with magic bullets? Yes, Lieutenant, he uses cyanide in his bullets, kills the shark stone dead. Cyanide. Yep, that'll do the job all right. Why would anyone take an anvil out in a boat? I don't know, Lieutenant, and I don't want to conjecture either. Did this friend of yours see him take anything else onto the boat? No, Lieutenant, no dead bodies, if that's what you mean. It's pretty obvious you're thinking he now used the anvil to sink Mrs. Brodie's body. No, ma'am, I can't jump to conclusions without facts or concrete evidence. It's merely speculation, ma'am, so who would use an anvil in amity? The only person I know is Wayne Harper. He owns a shoe repair shop in town. He also uses it for making sculptures and, stuff like that. I wonder why he hasn't reported it stolen, assuming it is his. Well, if it is his, it's too early for him. He doesn't open till around 2 o'clock. So he wouldn't know if it's missing yet. I wouldn't imagine so, Lieutenant, assuming it was his anvil. Wait till I tell my wife this meditation stuff. She won't believe a word of it. But sitting relaxed with a pretty girl, she would believe that, ma'am. Thank you, Rebecca. You've been very helpful. Anytime, Lieutenant. Drop by again. I enjoyed our little chat. Rebecca, who's this person? He's a cop, Dad, not one of my so-called floozies. That's right, sir. If I may just get up a minute. There, sir, my badge. Lieutenant Columbo of Los Angeles Police Department. Sorry about that, Lieutenant, but my daughter's at that impressionable age. Oh, that's all right, sir. She's been very helpful. That'll be a first for her. I'm Liam Roberts. My friends just call me Liam. Well, Liam, why would anyone steal an anvil and take it out in a boat? Is that what this is all about? A stolen anvil? In a way, yes, sir. Even in an island, a stolen anvil is a crime, sir. You surprise me, Lieutenant. A stolen anvil and all the way from Los Angeles. But it ain't stolen yet, sir. That's got to be reported first. Then I have to figure out why take it out in a boat. What the hell are you talking about? This anvil isn't stolen? It's not? Oh, it's stolen, sir. But not until Mr. Harper in the shoe shop repair reports it. Wayne Harper. So it's his anvil and he doesn't know it's missing. Right? That's very close, sir. When he does, then we can ask the boat question. You get my drift, sir? The anvil has to be officially stolen first. Okay, Lieutenant. Let's suppose this anvil is reported stolen. Then, have you got a predicted suspect in mind? That depends. How well do you know Martin Brodie? Our Chief of Police? Oh, that's some suspect, Lieutenant. What the hell would he want with an anvil? Well, last night, sir, he was seen taking it to the harbour and he put it on the police boat. So why would anyone take an anvil out in a boat? Maybe he was repairing something in the boat. No, sir. You would repair it at the dock. You wouldn't take it to sea to repair. No, you wouldn't. So why did he take it out to sea? I don't know that yet, sir. I mean, why take a heavy thing like that out to sea? To toss overboard, to hide or bury something in the murky depths? Who knows? You didn't come all this way for an anvil, Lieutenant, did you? Well, no, sir. I'm looking for a missing person, Mrs. Ellen Brodie, who's disappeared. Now I see, Lieutenant, he's buried Mrs. Brodie with the anvil, right? Well, I don't know that yet, sir. Yeah, I get it. Not until the anvil is reported stolen. Am I correct? I'd say that was pretty close to the mark. Ellen's not missing, Lieutenant. She's down in Miami with a friend of mine. You know about that, sir? Yes, I do. Hoagie told me yesterday, right now there at my seaside villa. I'm afraid not, sir. Mr. Hogan reported her missing this morning. He thinks she's out there somewhere in that ocean. So do I, sir. So the anvil is significant after all. I hope my daughter hasn't influenced you in any way. No, sir. She hasn't. I already had most things worked out. Good. I don't want her involved in any murder. Oh, you see what you did, sir? We only spoke of a stolen animal and a missing person. It only took minutes for you, sir, to call it murder. Now, I never mentioned that word, and it seems to me you could be right. Son of a bitch, that's because you put the notion into my head. I'm just trying to paint a picture of the whole scenario, sir, in my own mind. I can't paint pictures in your mind, sir. That's got to come from deep within. We could be visualising the same murder, sir, but in a different scenario entirely. Well done, Lieutenant. Very clever. You used the animal to paint my picture. You certainly don't look like a Columbo, but you're a very intelligent police officer. Thank you, sir. That's a big compliment. I'm glad we spoke. If nothing else, it's been an experience. Oh, before I forget, there is just one more thing. It's kind of bothering me, sir. You don't have to answer, sir. It's no bearing whatsoever in the case. Go ahead, Columbo, if it's bothering you that much. Mr. Hogan or Hoagie, he should be on his way to England by now. He seemed more angrier than sad at losing his lover. It made me wonder, because I didn't detect emotion or any heartbreak. He was pretty cold, sir. He had just lost his girlfriend, Lieutenant. Maybe he was in shock. Personally, I think he was in shock for other reasons, sir. You mean the money? It wouldn't surprise me. They didn't call him Fast Hoagie for nothing. Yes, sir, that's what I thought. He couldn't wait to get off this island. He was only in it for her money. Some people have no scruples, sir. It happens every day, Lieutenant. Thousands marry rich spouses. You can't really hold that against them for wanting a better life. Yes, sir, but it's a bit contradictory coming from you, Liam. I don't quite follow, Lieutenant. Rebecca, you're a wealthy man yourself, Mr. Roberts. And that worries you. One of her so-called flusses might marry her for her money. I'm impressed, Lieutenant. I really am. You really are a very clever man. I never meant no offence by that remark, sir. None taken. You know, if I was to ever commit a crime, you're the very last person I want knocking on my door. Thank you again, sir. I really must be going now. If he is guilty, Columbo, don't let him slip from his grasp. Yes, sir, but it's going to be mighty difficult without a body. I'm sure you'll find a way around it. I've every confidence in you now. I wish I was as confident. Well, so long, sir. It was nice knowing you. Likewise, Lieutenant, and good luck. An hour later, the mayor, irate at his bill poster being defaced. What the fuck is this?
Vandalism. That is a deliberate mutilation of a public service message. Now, I want those little paint happy bastards caught and hung up by their Buster Brown. You would I think that I am sensing the fact that you are going to ignore this particular problem until someone bites you on the ass.
We don't need to fucking advertise our sharp problem to the public, because they already fucking know. Well, I think it's better than the beaches close signs we had made. This ain't no joking matter, Hooper. I want that sign fixed today. I don't fucking believe you, Mayor. You call us all the way out here for this. And I'm in the middle of a family crisis here. Look, Hooper, Ellen will show up before you know it. Right now, that advertising board is more fucking important. Well, I disagree, Mayor. Ellen should be our number one priority. Come on, Brody, she's on the mainland somewhere. I wish that fucking sign was. With all due respect, Mayor, fuck that sign. It's telling the truth anyway. It's fucking warning people to stay away from this holiday death trap. Look guys, I'm not impartial to what's going on. Ellen missing. We know that. From what I've heard, she probably needs time to herself. Now, if it will put your mind at rest, I did a bit of asking around. In the back of town last night, Jack Riker, the harbour master on the mainland, saw two women unload a motorboat which crossed the bay from Amity. Ellen was friends with Debbie Collins, right? Well, she's not on the island either. She too disappeared last night. Apparently, her and Dawn have been fighting like cat and dog lately. You can go and ask Dawn if you don't believe me. And when the hell were you going to tell us that? I just did, Martin. I ain't your goddamn marriage counsellor, you know. You could have told us earlier instead of us worrying like that. How could I? I just found out myself when a complaint came in for this fucking sign. No matter what, that sign ain't going to make the slightest bit of difference, Mayor. We need that infrasonic shark repellent system put in place. Yes, we do, Hooper, but have you got a spare $15 million lying around? Not to mention the cost for its maintenance. It's always the same, Mayor. It all comes down to money with you. Yes, it does. This island is always bankrupt. We're flat broke, Hooper. This shark crisis has cost us nearly $20 million in 2 years. And if we don't fix this problem soon, the island's going to die, gentlemen. Its holiday status will be gone, derelict, just another place to live. So what do you expect us to do about it? Well, you're the shark expert, Hooper. What the hell are you asking me that for? The infrasonic system is your only hope, Mayor. I don't see any other alternative. Okay, leave it with me. The committee ain't going to like this fucking solution. They're going to have to dig really deep and call in a lot of favours. In the meantime, do what you can with that sign. Just a minute, Mr. Mayor. Have you heard of this guy Columbo on the island? No, Hooper. So who's Columbo? A cop, I heard. The mainland sent him to find Ellen. Maybe you should find him, Mr. Mayor, and tell him what you told us. I'll be happy to, Hooper. If I run into him, I'll put his mind to rest too. You boys do what you have to here. I've got my own problems now. The problem just escalated as a small boat was attacked. The tourists killed. The whole island had now heard of the two women who supposedly left Amity. Columbo's presence was also now known to the islanders. It was getting late when Brody met the lieutenant for the first time. Excuse me, sir, may I have a word? Lieutenant Columbo, Homicide, Los Angeles Police Department, sir. You're a long way from home, Lieutenant. Yes, sir, I am. I'm on vacation, sir. I never thought I'd end up in Amity Island. I'm rather busy. Well, what can I do for you, Lieutenant? Oh, this will just take a minute, sir. I'm trying to find your wife, sir, Mrs. Ellen Brody. Apparently she's disappeared. Now, there's a lot of concern over her safety and whereabouts, sir. Well, she ain't here. She left Amity last night as far as I'm aware. No, sir, she never left Amity Island. I checked all the boats in and out. There was no boats after 8 o'clock, so how could she get off the Amity? In fact, sir, your boat was the only one to leave the harbour after 9 o'clock. I take the boat out every night to patrol the waters, Lieutenant. Yes, sir, I already know that. When did you last see your wife? About 8:30 before I took the boat out. When I got back, she was gone. Why all the questions, Lieutenant? It's just a formality, sir. What time did you get back to the house? I don't know, the back of 10 or 11ish. Why? Because she was supposed to catch a flight at the Amity airstrip at 11. But she never arrived. Devlin's taxi came to collect her, sir. He was running late. He said he didn't get here till 10 past 11. But nobody was home, sir. So you must have been out till after 11, not 10, sir. So what? I must have been later than I figured. But she wasn't here when I did get back. I believe that, sir, that she wasn't here when you got back, sir. Maybe she knew Devlin was running late and someone else picked her up. That's possible, sir, but unlikely, or she would have arrived at the airstrip. But she didn't. So where did she go? Did you speak to Mayor Vaughan? He said her and a friend went to the mainland. Oh, that misunderstanding has been cleared up now, sir. It wasn't your wife. It wasn't a Miss Collins either. The two girls in the boat have been identified. Miss Debbie Collins got drunk after an argument with her husband. She stayed overnight at her friend's. She's now back home safe and sound. So you see, sir, Mrs. Brodie wasn't with Debbie Collins either. She's missing, sir, and she never left this island either. Well, I don't know where she went. Like I said, she was gone when I got back. According to Mr. Hogan, Ellen had quite a bit of luggage to bring. Maybe 4 or 5 suitcases. She would have needed transport to get to the airstrip. Well, sir, that transport simply never came, and I can prove that. There's only one small road in and out to reach your home, sir. Now, last night between 8:47 and 11:25, there was only 2 vehicles on that road. It's all in surveillance CCTV, sir, at your neighbour's home. Mr. and Mrs. Allison, you have to drive past their home to get to your home. Anyway, sir, you left the police jeep at exactly 8:47 last night. Devlin arrived at 11:07 exactly and left again at 11:13. The next vehicle to arrive was your jeep, sir, at exactly 11:25. So what the fuck does that prove? It proves, sir, that Mrs. Brodie never got transport out of your home. Maybe she walked, sir, walked along the beach and disappeared. But tell me, sir, where did all her luggage go? She simply couldn't carry that much. It's either still in the house or a vehicle picked her up. Well, sir, it's not the house. I took the liberty of searching it today. The door was open, sir. I thought Mrs. Brodie might be asleep upstairs. She wasn't, and all her things had gone. Clothes, perfumes, female stuff. All gone, sir. There was no trace that a woman ever lived there at all. So what became of her luggage then? Well, sir, there's only as 2 possibilities. It was drove out or buried in that beach out there. What? Are you accusing me of burying her luggage? No, sir, but I am accusing you of driving it out. Really? And what drives you to that conclusion, Lieutenant? Well, you see, sir, I had a real close look at that CCTV. When you left, a blanket was covering something large in the back of your Jeep. When you returned, sir, the back of the Jeep was empty. It still doesn't prove nothing. I know the law just as much as you. And if you're accusing me of murder, Lieutenant, you need a body. Yes, sir, I know that. So you did steal the anvil after all. I don't know what you're talking about. Of course not, sir, but I know you didn't, and I have a pretty good idea why. Let's hear it then, Lieutenant. Well, sir, the idea of your wife running away with another man to start a new life with $500,000 of your money was just too unbearable, sir. If it helps, sir, you don't look like a killer to me. I know you didn't plan it, sir, so it wouldn't be premeditated murder. I think you killed her in the spur of the moment, sir. You used cyanide, sir, but if it was a spur of the moment thing, then you didn't poison her. You shot her instead. You then drove her dead body and her luggage to the police boat. And you used the anvil to get rid of all the evidence overboard. Did I leave anything out, sir? Yeah, you did. There's no proof. You need a body for a conviction. Mr. Hogan told me that you'd get away with it, sir. The perfect murder. I replied, there's no such thing. Something always comes back and bites you. And I'll stand by that, sir. I've never failed in a homicide yet. And, sir, I ain't about to start failing now. If that's all, Lieutenant, I really do have to get back to work. Oh, okay, sir. I guess we're a bit done here. Good luck, Lieutenant. You're gonna need it. There's just one other thing, sir, you ought to know. Really? Do tell, Lieutenant. It's rather delicate, sir. Mr. Hogan was only after the money. I've a feeling once it was gone, Ellen Brodie would have returned to the Amity. You think that's funny, Lieutenant? No, sir, I find it very ironic and somewhat distasteful, sir. I don't want to see you again, Lieutenant. Is that understood? Oh, yes, sir. I'm leaving the island tomorrow night at 7 sharp. Good. Excuse me if I don't see you to the boat. Oh, no, sir. I'll see you well before that, sir. Hopefully serving you a warrant. I said get out, Columbo, or do I need to throw you out? Throw me out, sir? No need for that. I know when I'm not wanted, sir. Son of a bitch, so Hoagie was only after the money. What a fool she's been. What a fucking fool I've been. If I could take it all back, I would. For God forgive me for what I've done. Early the next morning, Columbo finds himself in the South Beach. He started when a bather screamed shark in the surf. Are you alright, sir? I thought the fucking thing was attacking me. No, sir, it's quite dead. I say you had a lucky escape, sir. I can't stop fucking shaking. My swimming days are over. Don't blame you, sir. That's a big shark lying there. Yeah, and it happens to be a great white at that. You just never think it's going to happen to you. In this place, sir, the odds are pretty high. Looks healthy enough to me. I wonder what killed it. I have no idea, sir. Try indoor swimming, sir. It's a lot safer. Sounds like good advice. No more beaches for me. Hey, Lieutenant, you want to take it home with you? You know, a souvenir? No thanks, sir. I don't think the goldfish would appreciate it. It's not even 8 o'clock yet, and the island's buzzing already. Because of a dead shark, sir? No, Lieutenant, because of 2 dead sharks. Fishermen have just caught a 10-foot tiger shark. It's on display at the harbour. Half the town has showed up to see it. What's so special about this particular shark? It's a tiger shark, very rare for these waters, a man-eater. What about that great white down there? Isn't that a man-eater? Yes, it is. Whites pass through here all the time, but not tiger sharks. Well, sir, to me a shark is a shark. So what kind is killing all these people? Bull sharks, deadly, because they swim in shoals sometimes. That's why it's hard to get rid of them. There's that many of them. They're the only deadly shark that can adapt to fresh water. You mean like rivers and streams? That's right. There was a case of a boy get killed 250 miles from the ocean. He was killed in a boating pond while he and his friends were swimming. Is that a fact? You learn something new in this job every single day. Come on, Columbo, I'm off to see a tiger sat. You want to tag along? Yeah, I do, as a matter of fact. Let's go see this attraction. When he got there, the harbour was more than busy. The local press were having a field day as Hooper examined the fish. He was taking measurements, but something wasn't right with his shark. It had been dead a lot longer than the fishermen said they killed it. He could tell by the fish's skin had been dead again 10 to 12 hours. $5,000 there, boy, I still can't believe how easy it was. Neither can I, would I? How did you catch it and where? Out by the lighthouse. It took 2 hours to reel it in. You didn't reel it in. There's no hook marks in its mouth whatsoever. What the fuck are you trying to do to us? It's our fish, our reward. Not yet, it ain't. That fish died about 12 hours ago. Don't listen to him, would you? He's just trying to cheat us out of that bounty. You boys must have got up real early to land that monster. It's an 11-footer, nearly half a ton of raw brute strength. It would take 4 hours to reel this baby in, but there's no hook marks in its mouth. No hook marks. Its fucking mouth is burst wide open. Yeah, but you guys bash me about. Go fuck yourself, Hooper. It's still our shark. It ain't arguing with it, but it's been dead since late last night. What seems to be the problem, Mr. Hooper? They didn't catch that thing. They found it. You mean it was already dead? I mean exactly that. It's been dead for about 10 hours now. Just like the great white on the beach. Is this normal? Yeah, it can happen, Columbo, but 2 in the same day? Any idea what killed them? No, and nobody cares how they died, just as long as they're dead. Beautiful animals, nonetheless. They look a lot better in the water, Columbo. I guess you're right, sir. You made any progress in finding my sister, Lieutenant? No, sir, but I still get 9 hours before I catch my boat. I had a fight with Hoagie yesterday morning. You know what he tried telling me? He tried saying that Martin killed Ellen. I just went nuts. If she is gone, then Hoagie did it, and yet they allowed him to leave the island. No, sir. If she is gone, it's got nothing to do with Mr. Hogan. Take my word for it, sir. Whoever is responsible, he's still in this island. So you think she is dead, don't you, Lieutenant? Yes, sir, I do. I'm really sorry, Mr. Hooper. Not as sorry as I am. I had a fight with her the last I saw her. You any idea of who would want my sister dead, Lieutenant? No, sir, but don't give up hope yet, Mr. Hooper. Is there any truth in what Hoagie said then? About Brodie, I mean? I'm sorry, Mr. Hooper, but I'm not obliged to say anything at this time. Hoagie said Martin fed her to the sharks. I just can't believe that. Fed her to the sharks? That's it, fed her to the sharks. Just bear with me, sir. I mean, this whole island is all about the sharks, sir. What the hell are you talking about? Your sister is dead, sir, but I think I now know where she is. You'll need to excuse me, sir, but this is very important. Where are you going? Columbo, what's going on? Hey, Martin, I want a fucking word with you. And I mean right now. Columbo seems to think you had something to do with Ellen's death. Tell me he's fucking wrong, Martin. What the hell do you mean Ellen's dead, Martin? He seems to think you've fed her to the sharks. I hope for your sake he's fucking wrong. Well, of course he's fucking wrong. I can't believe you'd even think that. Jesus Christ, Pooper. You think I'd even hurt Ellen? The Brody I grew up with wouldn't, but now I ain't so sure anymore. I'm giving you fair warning, Martin. If you've got anything to do with this, then you better fucking pray the cops get you before I fucking do. Hey, you two, break up! What the fuck are you two fighting about? Hooper thinks I've murdered Ellen and fed her to the fish. You can't be fucking serious, Ma. Whatever gave you that crazy idea? You don't believe me? Ask Columbo. He seems to believe it. I'll fucking do that, Hooper. The first chance I get, it's fucking bang out of order. Get your fucking priorities straight, Hooper, before this turns really ugly. Well, according to Columbo, he's now found Ellen's body. Does that surprise you, Martin? Yeah, it does, man, because I don't think she's dead. I won't believe it. Then time will tell, Martin, won't it? Okay, enough you two. This is not the place. Where is that little cigar-smoking troublemaker anyway? He's over there giving Woody a hard time of it by the looks of it. When he's through, tell him I want to see him down at the town hall. I'll show him what land there is by the time I'm finished with him.
My boy was dead. I didn't want you to know. Still my boy is dead. There's nothing you can do about it.
There was only an hour left before Columbo had to catch his boat. But first he had to catch a killer and issue a warrant for murder. Hi sir, I'm back, and this time sir, I got a warrant. There's 2 police officers from the mainland outside, sir. I told them to wait, sir, till you were ready. Professional courtesy, if you like, sir. The police force owes you that much. I've been expecting you, Lieutenant. I didn't expect the warrant, though. You mean you didn't expect us to find Mrs. Brodie? Is that not it, sir? I'll believe that when I see it, Lieutenant. And you will, sir. Mrs. Brodie is down in the morgue now. It's very sad. I know what you're thinking, sir. How the hell did we find her in all that ocean? You couldn't have. That's a big ocean out there. That's exactly what Mr. Hogan said. It's a big ocean out there. And do you know what I replied to him, sir? That the ocean has a funny way of revealing its secrets. Really? And how did they reveal this secret? You remember the great white that got washed up on the beach this morning? Well, sir, it was that dead shark that told us where your wife was. I thought it may have been the tiger shark those fishermen found dead. But it wasn't, sir. That shark simply died of natural causes. But not the great white shark at the beach. It was killed in a fishing net. We assumed it happened sometime this morning. It was caught in some trawler's net. Burns from the rope are all over it. The shark drowned in the net and the fishermen simply cut it free. How ironic, sir, that it washed up with Amity. But what's that got to do with Ellen supposedly lying in the morgue? Because most of her remains were found inside the belly of that shark. The shark must have found her where you threw her overboard. And it did what all sharks do. It took advantage of an easy meal. Her remains will be identified soon enough, sir. It's pretty messy down there. So it might not be her, Lieutenant. No, sir. It's Mrs. Brodie, all right. The wedding ring, sir. It's still in her hand. It still doesn't prove I supposedly killed her, Lieutenant. You want to hear my theory? Go ahead, sir, by all means. It's obvious she went swimming last night, like she always does. She knew there was out there in those waters, and I'm afraid her luck just ran out. She was obviously attacked and killed by a great white shark. The concrete proof is right there, Lieutenant, inside the great white stomach. There's not a jury in this world that would convict me after that hard evidence. So she was killed by a shark, Lieutenant, and you can't prove otherwise. Interesting theory, sir. So where did all her luggage go? I dumped a lot in the ocean when I actually thought myself she'd left me. I thought she'd ran off with Hoagie. I mean, how was I supposed to know she was killed by a shark? Yes, sir, I gotta hand it to you. A jury wouldn't convict you after all. No, they wouldn't, Lieutenant. Gee, that's too bad, the perfect murder. I never thought I'd live to see the day. But then again, sir, there's no such thing as a perfect murder. It's the little things that does you in, sir, like the murder weapon, for instance. You know, like the gun you used to murder Mrs. Brodie. A 44 caliber pistol with cyanide loaded tips. That's correct, is it not, sir? So what? Everyone in the island knows I use that for killing sharks. Yes, sir, that they do. The bullets penetrate the skin and it kills them instantly. An autopsy revealed very slight traces of a cyanide substance in your wife's remains. It obviously came from the bullets you shot her with. That's why the great white became disorientated and ended up in the nets. Because it was dying, sir, from the amount of cyanide in Mrs. Brodie's body. One was more than enough, sir. Why did you fire all 6 shots? Not only did the great white eat your wife's body, Mr. Brodie, but it also ate the 6 bullets you pumped into her chest. And those bullets, sir, are the little things that finally did you in. Like I said, sir, the ocean has a funny way of revealing her secrets. So this is the lab where you keep all that stuff. Looks too complicated for me, sir. Yep, I'd be totally lost in a place like this. I rather much doubt that, Lieutenant. You know, I'm actually relieved it's all over. I just never meant it. I still can't believe it. And I honestly have no idea why I used all 6 shots. Because you were scared, sir. You panicked. You saw nothing but that red mist. And before you even knew it, Mrs. Brodie was dead, sir. Looks like I've no cards left to play, Lieutenant. Do you know what it's like for an ex-cop to do serious time? It's a death sentence, Lieutenant. For what it's worth, I never planned to kill her. You were right. It was a drunken spur-of-the-moment thing. I'm actually glad it's all over. I was prepared for this moment, Lieutenant. What you doing, sir? Ellen used to hate me keeping this stuff in the house. She always said you can't recover from an accident with this stuff. Sir, please think about what you're doing, sir. Please don't, sir. I'm telling Matt. Tell Matt I was really sorry. I won't go to prison. You're a good cop, Columbo. I hold none against you. I've written a letter. Will you make sure it gets to the right people? Please, sir, don't do that. It was too late. Brodie swallowed a mouthful of the deadly poison. He watched Brodie die instantly. He never felt a thing. So long, Mr. Brodie. Your troubles are behind you now, sir. Some might say you took the easy way out. I say you took the only way out. I hope you enjoyed my Jaws encounter, folks. And just remember this. If you're not guilty of anything, then why would I be talking to you? I'll be back real soon in another Neil Black movie, so keep tuned in. To see more vids, just click on to Neil Black or subscribe.